Three.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Honey, and right here with me tonight is Mr. Rudy. He is a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. We had two videos before this, so if you want to check that out, it was about the student visa, international student visa in Canada. Topic for tonight will be about coming to Canada to get a permanent residency through the student visa program. So if you can please also watch those videos, but since COVID happened, there had been a few changes with rules or the conditions of the visa application. So Kuya Rudy right now is here to explain to us what are the changes so far. And aside from that, we've also received a few questions, especially him. He has received a few questions regarding what the status now of these applications because of the COVID. So today we will be answering these questions. So,
Thank you, Honey, for inviting me again. So I'd like to discuss more on the situation right now on the international students' applications to study in Canada in our current pandemic crisis. So we are all aware how important international students are for Canada in terms of social and economic aspects. Especially the international students bring around $21 billion into the Canadian economy. So this is why international students are very important to Canada, aside from the contributions that they contribute to our country. Okay. For the past few years, Canada has been very aggressive in attracting international students to make Canada as their destination to study. However, the pandemic that was caused by the COVID-19 started to take effect on the lives of our people in March 2020. And then the problem has escalated and the processing of study permits was affected. Okay, so I'm here right now to answer some frequently asked questions, especially questions coming from students. A lot of students that come here are from Asia, which is very affected by this pandemic. And a lot of travel restrictions are already in place in their country, and also Canada also has its own travel restrictions.
So with that, like with the pandemic happening, like if people, like I know students are still interested to come here to Canada. So
Yes.
what is the effect so far with the processing and applications?
So it has affected the processing, basically because there are some countries who imposed lockdowns.
Okay.
And because of that, some visa processing offices were closed.
In that country, was
In that
locked down.
country.
Yeah.
Also, Canada also closed
closed,
its border
okay.
to international travelers, to non-essential travelers, which include the students. Yeah. So what we are accepting right now are relatives, only permanent residents and Canadians and close relatives of Canadians.
Right now, it's still closed.
It is still closed
Okay.
to non-essential travels, and international students are included in that non-essential travels, just to protect the
The Canadians.
Canadians
Yeah.
from this virus.
In view of these factors that has slowed down the process, did the Canadian government made some changes to these requirements, like for the visa?
Yes.
The student visa.
Yeah, because as I mentioned, some countries had their lockdown, some countries had closed their offices. The Canadian government has started to implement new policies, temporary policies. So I'd like to stress that these are only temporary,
Okay.
policies, just because we are under this pandemic situation. So last July 14th, 2020, the government issued three important changes, temporary policies. Okay, first is the priority processing of study permits. those who have already submitted their application online and have already submitted all the documents, because there are some countries that were able to provide the requirements online, even
Before
there
the-
is- yeah,
before the
before the
COVID,
pandemic.
the
So
pandemic,
they are given priority
Okay,
processing.
okay.
Okay, that's the first one. The second one, for those who already have a study permit.
Okay.
Okay, they were approved for to study in Canada, but unfortunately they cannot travel to
Canada.
because of their own travel restrictions and also Canadian travel restrictions. So what happened there is these schools offered to provide online studies. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Yes. So this coming fall, a lot of universities and colleges are offering online studies to international students. So they can start studying while in their country of origin, and
That's good.
they will be considered as if they are in Canada.
Already in Canada.
Yeah. So because a lot of them also are concerned about the what we call the postgraduate work permit, which we discussed in
Yeah,
our
previous video.
video. They fear that the postgraduate work permit will be shortened just because they are not in Canada. So what the Canadian government did was to consider the online studies while they are away from Canada.
As time spent in Canada
Yes,
already.
it is considered as time spent in Canada.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you study if your program is 1 year, and then you started this September, then you did online for 2 months, and you were able to come here in November, they will count your study as September start.
Since you started the online.
Yes.
Because I just want to remind you, on our last vlog, the work permit that you will get is almost equal to, so if you
Yes.
study for a year, you get a work permit for a year.
Yes.
And then if you studied for
2 years.
2 years, and you get 3 years
3 years.
of work permit.
Yes.
So just in case you're wondering why some would be asking if that will, like, if their studies will affect their work permit that they
Yes.
will get after their studies. So
Yeah.
that's the reason.
Yes.
That's really nice. It's really
It is,
fair
it
for
is,
Canada
yeah.
to do that.
Yes. Yeah. So the third thing that they change right now is if you are just applying to come to Canada as a student and you cannot comply with the requirements such as the biometrics because the biometrics office is still closed, okay, or you cannot do the medical examination because the hospitals are
Busy with
busy with the
other
COVID.
patients, yeah.
Yeah, and if you cannot do the police certificates, police clearances, which is also a requirement, the government will consider introduce a two-stage processing of the study permit
which
application.
is what
Okay?
is this two stage?
They did a two-stage process. This I just like to emphasize. This is temporary, okay?
Okay.
And this only applies to the program starting in September this fall, okay? And it also applies only to applications that will be submitted before September 15th, 2020.
Oh, that's very
Okay?
soon.
Yeah. So if you apply for a study permit before September 15, 2020, you will be eligible to these two stages
Two-stage
of approval. The first stage of the processing will be a review of your eligibility to study in Canada. That would mean they will review your financial capacity,
Okay.
proof of funds, that includes proof of funds. They will check if you are already accepted in a designated learning institution. They will also check if you will return to your country of origin after ending your
studies.
legal stay in Canada, and if you have evidence that you have enough family ties in your country of origin. So that's the first stage. Okay, what does the first stage mean? So after reviewing this and they're satisfied that you meet all these initial first stage requirements, they will issue you a first stage approval.
Okay.
That means even if you have not submitted the biometrics, the police clearance, the medical certificates, you can start your study online.
Oh, okay.
So that means you are not approved yet.
Yes,
You
yeah.
don't have a study permit yet, but you will have this first stage approval, which means that you can start studying because the government understands that it is beyond your control.
That's why you can
requirements
comply.
on admissibility. Okay, so and then once you start studying online, and if they can go to stage 2, which means these are the admissibility requirements. These are the medical, the police certificates, the biometrics. Okay, so once a situation comes wherein it becomes normal, you can submit the biometrics and all these admissibility requirements. What will happen is that they will process it again, and if they're satisfied, you pass the medical, police, and biometrics, they will issue you the final approval, which means that a study permit will be issued to you.
And then by then you can fly to Canada.
And by then, if everything is normal, if there are no more travel restrictions, you can fly to Canada.
But again, this is only for those countries who are are in lockdown right now, especially in the Philippines.
Those who are experiencing lockdown, but remember I mentioned to you, if you're able to submit completely all the
Everything.
requirements, then your application will be processed in priority.
Yeah.
Another thing that we should also remember is that there are some cases wherein an approval was made before March 18,
Okay.
2020. But the lockdown happened after March 18, 2020 in Canada. The border was closed. Sorry, not lockdown. But the border was closed after March 18. There are some students who were supposed to enter Canada before May because the program starts in May.
Yeah.
Or some in fall, in September. But they were not able to because of the border was closed. If your study permit was approved before March 18, you're allowed to go in Canada, to fly into Canada and get your study permit and start your studies.
When? Like right now?
Like in September.
Oh, in September when the school starts.
Yes,
Okay.
when the school starts.
Okay.
But the thing here is, you have to prove to the officers upon arrival in the airport or in the border that your physical presence in Canada is necessary for your study.
For your study, okay.
Yeah, say if you will do laboratories, you will do some actual training, physical training, then it is necessary that you should be here.
Okay.
So that is allowed. But if you cannot prove that, if the school is okay with you doing the online studies back to your country, then the officer may not allow you to
be here.
Yes. Another thing is also if you can prove that online studying is not a feasible thing in your country.
Okay.
Say if you don't have internet
I
in your
see,
country, or if you do have an internet, it's not strong enough, or the bandwidth is not strong enough to be able to cope up with the program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's one reason that
That you can be allowed
you
to
can
enter
be allowed to
Canada
enter Canada.
this September.
Yes.
Okay. But
It's either September or October because
Whenever it
some
goes
programs are in October.
so if they do enter Canada this September or whenever they have to, do they have to undergo quarantine, the 14-day quarantine?
Yes, they have to. So that's very important. They have to consider the 14-day quarantine because when you schedule a flight going to Canada, you should be able to arrive here 14 days before the start of your studies or your program.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can have enough time
To do the
to do the quarantine. Okay, because sometimes you are required to come to go to school 2 days or 3 days before the start of school because of some orientation or submission of some documents. So you have to consider the 14 days quarantine, and you also must be able to present to the officer that you are aware of the 14-day quarantine, that you have a plan on how you will do the 14-day quarantine, that you have a place to stay for the 14-day quarantine, and that when I said you have a plan, you are able to get your groceries during your quarantine, and you know who to call in case of medical emergency. But of course, groceries in Canada, you can buy groceries online, so it's not a problem
Yeah.
if you are in quarantine.
So, if the student has already started or will start his or her online studies and he got the approval, what other important documents he should present upon
Yeah.
arrival in Canada?
When you get the approval, you will receive what you call an introduction letter. When you get an approval, you don't get the study permit. You get only the introduction letter, which states that you already has been approved to study in Canada, and that introduction letter must be presented to the officer at the airport or at the border. So the officer will then issue you the study permit upon presentation of that
okay.
document. Another thing is
Again, Kuya, what was that? The introduction
letter.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
issued
that's all
by-
you need. That's what you need to.
Of course, your passport. Okay.
Another step. Yes.
And then another thing that should be able to prove is the things that I mentioned earlier, that you have to prove that you are needed here physically, in person, to study.
Yeah.
Because in this temporary situation, you have to prove to the officer that you are required to be here.
To be here.
Yes, and among other things that I mentioned earlier. Yeah.
As a last note, what other information do you want to share with our subscribers right now?
Yes, just because most of the questions that I've been asked is Canada still open to international students?
Yeah.
I will say yes, it is very much open. The processing is continuous, although there had been delays before, but this was already taken care of by the government by introducing the first stage and second stage approvals. And then I just want you to know that the schools are still accepting students. They are processing applications to the designated learning institutions for the intakes in September 2020, January 2021, and May 2021. They are all open. You're free to ask us questions on how to do that.
So if they have more questions regarding this program, how can they contact you?
They can email me at Rudy Bueno at come2cnda.com.
Which will be here in the
Okay,
video.
and or I have a Facebook page. I just type come then number 2 Canada visa assistance, come to Canada visa assistance, and you will see my page there. You can ask questions in that page. You can send me messages, and there are some information in that page too, to help you understand the program that we are presenting to you.
So if you have more questions and if you want to know more about the program, you can message Kuya Rudy, or you can also leave some comments below so we can also discuss it in the next video. So yeah, please don't forget to watch the 2 previous videos before this, which will be in the description of this video. I will be putting down a link to those videos in the description of this video, so you can also watch it. And although some of those conditions may not be applicable right now because after the pandemic, however, what Kuya Rudy mentioned right now, the government is making it easier for you, or possible for you, to still apply for the visa even with the pandemic going on right now. So thank you for watching, and I hope you are safe and well wherever you are right now.
Okay, stay safe.
Bye-bye! Meron akong tanong, Kuya.
Ano?
Pero, I don't know, ipa-vlog ko ba siya?
Ano yun?
Yung classmate ko sa Dubai, she's a nurse.
Mm-hmm.